In related news, what are the food trends that brought us through the last decade? And how are they likely to change in the coming year? Well, here with some answers is Israel's #1 food stylist, expert, and blogger, Deanna Linder. Thank you so much for being with us. So, what are some of the trends that we're going to look for?
Okay, well, let's start off with 2018 was a really hard year for restaurants. A lot of restaurants closed. So in 2019, we saw kind of like an alternative to chefs opening up restaurants, opening up food establishments that aren't necessarily restaurants.
Right.
So we're talking about delicatessens, we're talking about hamburger joints. So there's a really famous chef in Israel, his name is Omer Miller, and he opened up a hamburger joint called Susu and Sons, and now he has 11 branches all over Israel, not only in Tel Aviv. Pop-ups are really popular now because it's really hard to open up a restaurant when you're not sure what the fate of the restaurant's going to be. So we have pop-ups going on.
So we're talking a lot of street food, basically. Kind of, you go, you pick up something quickly, and you head out.
Exactly.
Is getting into the food market prohibitive to some degree? Because you mentioned like pop-ups are kind of the way to go.
I think that it's a way to test the waters out before you're going to invest a lot of money in opening up a restaurant. And it's pretty risky, the restaurant business in Israel in general.
You see a lot of people opening up these stands in the shuk and the marketplaces here as kind of a, beforehand.
Which are so good.
All right, what else? Tell us what else is a trend that's happening.
We're talking about the Israeli cuisine being heavily influenced by Arab cuisine. So we're talking about arayis, so it's, which is like a pita. I was just
arayis, I love this.
Yeah, super good. So it's a crispy pita filled with raw meat, cooked on charcoals, making it super crispy on the edge, really moist and tasty on the inside. And it comes from Levantine cuisine. Another thing we see is knafe, which is something that came from the Arab cuisine. And I think one of the reasons why we're seeing this now is because of the global food trend, which is having things being locally sourced.
Right.
So if we go around seeing in Israel what's locally sourced here, we're finding a lot of the things that are authentic to the Arab cuisine.
And knafe and arayis are two things that I am absolutely obsessed with. Okay, so we're running low on time. Okay, but what is the ingredient of the year?
Ingredient of the year is definitely the yogurt stone. What is the yogurt stone? Actually comes from the Arab cuisine. It's a ball that's made out of dried yogurt. And where in the Arab cuisine, it's usually made as a base for yogurt sauces. The chefs in Israel are doing it like a local Parmesan. So they're grating it on salads and on pizza and pasta, fish. And it's kind of like the Israeli umami now.
Interesting. I actually have not seen that, so I'm going to be looking for that in 2020.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
It was nice to see you guys.